Hi there, and welcome to the Call to Cinema. I am Aaron, and this is a first edition, but hopefully not the last, of Late Night Blues. So, Late Night Blues is going to be a show where I go on later on in the evening, like I used to do back in the day. Oh my God, it's so tight. I feel so geeky. Look how. And we talk about like news in the Blu-ray community, Blu-ray releases. Hey there, Jason. Hey there, William. Obviously, Criterion made some announcements today. Hey, Iceman, welcome. And we'll talk about that. We'll talk about the sale of the Mon Macabre. Well, the release the Mon Macabre had. We'll sort out. Hey, Dustin. Hey, Richard. Excited? Hey there, Antoine. So we are going to be looking at those fantastic releases from Criterion. And there is some really great stuff. And there's one that looks like it might have been done for Sesame Street. Hugh Griff. So you get my thing. So I'm just let me put on the TV here so that when we go to the message, go to the pictures, go to the Twitterverse, I'll be able to see your messages right up there. Awesome. I've been loving that, actually. I'm going to do a review on that this week, actually, Alan. Be sure to tweet Jamie and let him know, and Wall from Howlin' Wolf Records, and let them know that you received it. They always Jamie's been good at sending out some extra cool digital stuff. So I'll be right back. I'm going to assume the TV is going to come on because last couple of days, this thing's been like going in and out. Hey, Amy, welcome, Eric, man. I'm going to get you on soon, by the way. There's some video stuff that I'm looking at. And you are the Asian movie expert, so there's some films that I think we could chat about. So what am I doing? Nerd of the 80s. I am nerd of the 80s. I am a nerd of the 80s. That turned into a nerd of today. So congratulations. You chose the best decade. Love the name. We are looking at Criterion. Well, one of the things we're just looking at Criterion. Apparently, a lot. Yeah, they can announce a lot, and they are. So, but today was one of the big announcements. We're going to look at it, and the artwork. Hey there, Christine. Welcome. It's been a while. Maybe I got to do more of these light now ones so that I can actually see more people. Your tiny Severn Hall. My Severn Hall, Dustin, is stuck. Well, they got 6 that they're already announcing. There's only 2 of them, 2 or 3 of them that are coming out now. Then there's 3 more. Hey there, Jamie. Welcome. Have you yet seen the Criterion announcement? Because we're going to go into it. Criterion, of course, I said so a while back they're going in 4K. I was correct. A few of us were correct, actually, and you guys doubted me. I'm having water tonight instead of tea because we're in the middle of a heat wave. I hope they do. They put season 1 and 2 in a Blu-ray DVD, didn't they? All right, so let us dive right into yes, because we got a few to look at. All right, so these are the Criterion announcements for this month. And there's some good ones. Some really, really good ones. I could go up top, just pick all the pictures that are there, but I decided, we'll do it like this. So getting a release on its own is Lastrada. So Fellini's Lastrada is getting its own single release. Not big on the artwork, but okay. However, I really love the cover design from Menace to Society. This one here is a 4K release. So this is a big deal. This is actually an excellent film. Um, and to see them like putting it on like as a 4K release with this artwork, loving it. This I'm down with. This I dig. Now I was asked earlier on tonight what how are they doing these? I think this is going to be kind of like a digipack type of thing. So I think it's going to kind of open up, kind of fold out, probably similar. I don't know, maybe to what Severn did or what they did in the past. Tough Society. Oh, the weird cover art, man. We're not there yet. We're getting there, dude. And of course, we have to look at Citizen Kane. Hey there, Kay. What in the blue hell was Criterion thinking when they decided, let's take one of the greatest films, arguably ever made, and we're like, what can we do with the artwork? Well, I was watching Sesame Street last night, and it was like done by the letter K and the number 5. So why don't we go with that? I could save a few bucks, pretty much. Frank Henenlotter, which I'm pretty sure, Jamie, was quoted. Yeah, even a sled would have been a nice, put a sled there, put a road, anything. But well, that is sort of a CK. You got the C right in the corner there. So Frank Henenlotter said in a documentary that I watched once on VHS collecting, actually, he said Criterion are known by collectors for having the most boring covers that exist. And it's not untrue. I mean, you see like companies that put it, not everybody's gonna like knock it at the park every time, but overall, I love Criterion, the films, and the great presentation, fantastic art. I will buy this. Like, it's not like I'm not going to buy this. It's Citizen Kane on 4K. Of course, I'm going to buy it. Am I disappointed in this? The Vanishing was a really nice cover, actually. So if you're at a store and they got, I don't know, 3 copies of Citizen Kane left, and they're lined up at a store, it could be problematic. I'm just saying. If you go to your local Barnes & Noble during a Criterion sale, and you see like 3 Ks in that aisle, maybe you won't go down it. maybe you'll turn in another direction. This isn't good, guys. And like people say, like minimalist can be definitely minimalist can be good. This isn't minimalist. And yeah, because when we think about Orson Welles, what we think about is restraint. Because that's what Orson Welles is known for, restraint and minimalizing things. No. No, he wasn't. There was so much great artwork and covers that they could have used. It's just great. See, I've been nice, Jamie, because I've not put that cover. Like I've talked about your film, but I've never put the cover on here because I know it causes you pain. One of these days, they get a Blu-ray release with a nice cover. Just watch. I know it's the original title. I think that's insulting. This is like, bring my kid to work day type of thing. I don't watch a lot of like Baseball. I'm not a baseball personality. I'm Canadian. We do the hockey thing down here. Yo, disconnected, man. What are you thinking? Okay. I know it's a 4K release, but this is a bit ridiculous. Now, some people have said, this is going to probably fold out and spell Kane. Maybe once it comes out, it's going to spell Kane. But even if it does spell Kane, does that really, represent Citizen Kane? Like, it tells you how to spell Kane. That is true. Maybe we're getting some magnificent artwork underneath. And we could. And they could be like, screw you guys. This is just a slip. But, I see the slip first. So, as much as I laugh, day one buy for me. Like, no joke. I don't have Citizen Kane. I got an old DVD edition of Citizen Kane in my collection. I wonder, Menace to Society looks like a cutout. Do you think that this K could be a cutout? And there could be something on the inside? It will, actually, William. It is not going to be just a standalone disc. It's actually a 4-disc release. Now, this Citizen Kane edition, just so you know, come with a book. 4K. It's coming with a book. So there's a book coming with this too. Like, this is loaded with features. So if I can find the feature list here, I'll find it for you, because it's loaded. I'm not even. Oh, here it is right here. Look. So going for $59.99 MSRP. Though you have to remember, Vaderdrome, that this is coming out in November, so it will be like every other release that comes out in November. If you live in the United States, it's going to be on for the Barnes and Noble sale, so you'd be able to get it for $30, which is a really good price. Yeah, maybe 6 your fridge, right? That's fine. Yeah, this one includes a book. So we got here new 4K restoration. We get 1 4K disc and 3 Blu-rays. So 3 Blu-rays. Well, that's actually pretty awesome. 3 audio commentaries. One from 2021. One from 2002. Another one from 2002. We got the Roger Ebert commentary on here. The complete Citizen Kane, a rarely seen BBC documentary. New interviews with critic Ference Smith Neame and film scholar Rachel J. Gates. New video essay with Orson Welles scholar Robert Carringer. New program on the film special effects by film scholars and effects experts. Interviews, new documentary, interview with Joseph Cotton in 66 and 75. Art of Age, a brief silent film made by Wells as a student. Television program from 1979 to 1988. Program featuring a 1996 interview with William Allen on his collaborations with Wells. Selection of Mercury Theater on the air radio plays featuring many of the actors from Citizen Kane. Trailer, English subtitles. Deluxe package includes a book with an essay by film critic Bill Chibry, and new cover by Mike McQuaid. Mike McQuaid. I think it was on one of the other discs, yeah, the Ebert commentary. I don't know if I got it on mine, but I had at one point, remember Dark City? I had I bought Dark City, 1, because I love the film, and 2, because Ebert had a commentary on it. It was really good. So I don't think I've heard Ebert's commentary. I think, well, Warlock, you buy from Unobstructed View, and they usually have like a sale around the time that they're having sales on during, with the Criterion having their sales. Also, Criterion has their own like sales that every once in a while on their site, and you'll see like Amazon lowering prices and price matching a lot during like Criterion sales. So I think we'll get it at a decent price. I really do. Oh, yes, I would appreciate it. Amy, thank you so much. Please. I'm such a bad YouTuber. Like, share, subscribe, do all that jazzy stuff. Super chat, donate. But most of all, be healthy, be safe, and enjoy watching the video, because that's the most important. But 40% off is better than paying 100%. So there's the thing. November is a really hard month for me, though. Right now, I got a few orders coming in November that I've got pre-ordered. So this is going to be a tough one. But I really want these two. I want the two. Now, this is not all that's being released, by the way. There's another release I haven't even looked at yet. I think some people are going to actually be pretty excited about. And they are doing the complete films, Once Upon a Time in China. Amy, are you excited with this? You like this release? Because I actually really like this artwork. I know that I figured you would be. I know that there was Eureka or BFI did like some sort of release, I think, on something like this. I got to check back on mine. So we got here 4K restorations for parts 1 and 2, and a new 2K restoration 1, 2, and 3. New 2K restorations for parts 4 and 5. I don't think I've seen the 5th part. I'm not gonna lie. Alternate stereo Cantonese soundtracks for the first 2 films, featuring the original theatrical sound effects, and monaural Cantonese soundtrack for Once Upon a Time in China 3, Once Upon a Time in China and America, in a 2K digital transfer featuring 5.1 DTS HD master audio. We got new interviews with the director and Film Workshop co-founder, with a bunch of people. We'll go with that. Was there a TV series one? Then I have not seen it. Deleted scenes from part 3, documentary from 2004 from the real life martial arts hero, from Spikes to Spindles 1976 documentary, excerpts from a 2019 masterclass given by martial arts choreographer Yo Wo Ping. That's really interesting, actually. Archival interviews, behind the scenes footage, making a program from '97, trailers, essay. This is loaded. This is a stacked release. And you know what? Like the art. Can you imagine if just put an O? Just put an O on there. That's make you glad you go crazy. So there you go. See ya. Flicking ways. Back, oh man, I probably should grab this, and this. And all of a sudden, like, oh, there's some really good stuff coming up. And it's coming up in November. So these are November releases during the time when the November sale is going on. Unfortunately, because the people that bought Barnes & Noble now, the people that own Barnes & Noble now, are kind of dicks. Gonna say it to us here in Canada. We can no longer. I used to be able to buy through the Barnes & Noble 50% off sale. But now we can't. Get your stuff together, man. Bruce Lee, Jet Li, and Jackie Chan in the Criterion collection. So good. Well, people forget, when Criterion started out, people were like, well, Criterion, they do all these like fancy films, and they do all these like they always have these like these important releases. Criterion always did. Like back in the early days of like Laserdiscs, like that's when like RoboCop and stuff came out. Kill Baby Kill, Whipping the Body, or Planet of the Vampires. Those are 3 good films. If you want to see where the X-Men costumes came from, Planet of the Vampires. Not even joking. Trust me, you'll see. Kill Baby Kill is probably the creepiest. Yeah, MVD. What is wrong with MVD, man? I heard that they're changing. There's rumors that they might do Canadian releases down the road as well. So we'll see. But those are just rumors. Are you watching for the for Friday Night Video, Matt? Every Friday night, all us here on Patreon, we all get together. and we do a Cult of Jello live video where we pick a different director and would go through like their Jello films, and then we'll go through their films in general. We'll take two movies, verse them up against one another, and we'll do a tier list for that director. So this week it's Amaro Bava. Last week we did Umberto Lenzi. The week before that we did Sergio Martino, and the week before that we did Dario Argento. Oh, the Friday videos have been a blast. But I think that Studio will put out an uncut edited version of Rick Moranis' hockey movie. It'd be nice if they did. All right. Have a great evening. Let me know what you think of the film. Well, you let me know. The Lenzi rank, I got to be honest. All the rankings that surprised me so far. So for those that don't know or that aren't in the know, check out my Patreon sometimes if you want. It only takes $1 a month. Like if you want to actually sub and come in and join everybody. I don't tier it, so I don't make it expensive for people. Nightmare City actually made it pretty behind the list, actually, video. Wow, so you would have been glad. So I gotta mute this while I choke to death. Criterion's doing like Hard Day's Night in 4K now too. It's going to be actually pretty cool. Unstructured Views new site won't collect credit card purchases until items are in stock. Good on them for that. They've done some stuff, where like that's been kind of iffy. Some of the newsletter stuff like that. Some of the early practices. Hopefully they work that out. Because I never want to see a company do bad. More places I have to order from, the better. Especially if they're Canadian. Being John Malkovich is a really good movie. Kill Baby Kill's on, right on. The movie that caused a fight between my dad and it's a quick story, guys. Not even a joke. My dad was picked to go pick up a VHS, Days VHS, for everybody to watch. So it was my dad, his my stepmom, and her, I think it was her brother and her sister and a couple other people. So dad went down, picked out a movie for everybody to watch, picked out Kill Baby Kill, thought Bava, fantastic, very visual. Everybody will love Bava. And you know what happened? Everybody hated the movie but Dad. Like, for the longest time, they would not allow him to pick movies out for anybody. No word of a lie. It's a true story. My dad told me that like years ago. And every time I think of Kill Baby Kill now, I will always remember it as the movie that got my dad banished from choosing movies for his group, his friend group. But that's on his friend group. I'm telling you right now. That's a damn good movie. Cameron Diaz, she's retired? Oh wow. Oh, she retired. Fine. Maybe that's it. Maybe you just got to see it a second time. I'll say you had bad taste. I don't know. My family thought I had bad taste, but they probably thought I was weird. Which, yeah, probably. Well, I'd probably agree. So that's okay. I'm good with that. I'm good at being the weird one. How's it going now? Like the Riverdale speech, right? I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I'm not sure if you noticed or not. And here we have David Lynch's Mulholland Drive. So I'm guessing that this is, if this is the 4K that's coming out, this is 4K, right? Oh, we're in the wrong way. We all go a little. The one thing I can tell you guys, one thing, that bit of like wisdom I can protect you, that I think we can all pretty much agree on, and I'll say this right now: take your weirdness, your differentness, the thing that makes you you, embrace that, enjoy it, because that's going to be your strength. That's your superpower. That's what to the right people is going to make you seem really cool. Exactly. Own yourself. And if you're a younger person, you're here, and you feel like, oh man, sometimes, like, I guess people don't understand me. That's okay. Not everybody's going to get you, but the important people will. Well, I feel like, oh, by the way, I guess I should let you guys know. I planned it earlier. The 1990 tier list is made. So in order to do it, like, so that's our next big tier list on the regular channel. I chose to do 1990, pretty much the start of the 1990 decade. So I couldn't choose every film, obviously, every horror film that came out in 1990. So after looking around and just making some decisions, I chose 37 films of varying quality, in my opinion. Next week, I'm working on getting some horror tiers made, so hopefully you'll like that. 37. Next week, we'll be doing a video, just like we did with the Friday the 13th, Nightmare on Elm Street, and Halloween one. Except, get your snap bracelets out, get all your 90s clothes, get your Seattle look, because we are going to dive into the year of 1990, an odd, almost transitional year for horror. We are going to tier 37 horror films that came out in 1990, and then we're going to rank them. I'll put up the listing for when I'm doing that video later on this week. So there'll be a lot for us to look at. Great year for horror. There'll be a lot of things to look into. Well, like every year, it'll have its good and its bad, but it'll be interesting to see, because I'm never quite sure what people are going to consider good and what people are going to consider bad. I can't, like, it's all subjective. But when I'm doing these here tier videos, obviously I'm not voting. This is not me. This is on the audience. So I always get surprised. Oh yeah, that's the thing. I'm not ranking them though, Warlock. Were you here for the last one? You guys rank them. Indie horror, buzzworthy, man. That's definitely where it's at. I love indie horror. And look at, like, nowadays buzzworthy. Like, you'll see all the independent horror and all those, like, regional horror films, right? Oh, dude. What we do basically, Warlock, is when we come in, and I'll put a link up for it so you can, like, set a reminder ahead of time. There is a Sword of His Mask going on there, actually. But both of them didn't come out in the year 1990. But basically, I'm just the ringmaster. I got the tier list up, but it's Warlock, it's you guys that vote on it. And I'll put it up where it belongs on the tier list based on majority vote rules, right? What happens after that, hey Ryan, welcome, man, is that once everything's been tiered up into a different tier, whether it's from top to great to good to okay to meh, then we go into each of those tiers. Whatever's in each tier, we rank until we have a top list. Whatever it's like, if it's 10, if it's 20, if it's, in this case 37, and you get like an all ranking from like of 90s ranking. So the idea with this was to basically go out there and say anybody can come on and give you their list. You can go on BuzzFeed or Watch Mojo and hear what somebody else's list is. I'm taking it to you guys. I'm not doing the list. This is not my list. It's your list. And trust me, dude, it will surprise you, because movies that I thought were going to be like topping lists are down in like the good or great category. I'm like, oh, but that's a top one. But again, it's not my vote. I only vote if there's a tie. Anyway, it's a different thing. As far as I know, I'm the first person that did that on YouTube. And let's see how long it is before somebody else takes it from me. Exactly, discuss it out. There's only so many of. Yeah, Lindsay surprised the hell out of me. I did not know how much love Nightmare City had. Videodrome, that's his favorite apparently. But I was shocked, like how much love what Nightmare City had. There's ones there in the Lindsay ranking that I'm really surprised on. I'm working on, just so you know, the people here that are my Patreon, I'm doing like writing out list of what we did. So like, I've got some docs to put up. So if you're going out somewhere, if you're picking up Lindsay films or Argento films or whatnot, then I'll have the list of the rankings that we had and all the films. So if you're going out somewhere and you got your phone on you, you better go into the Patreon, download the list, and actually do it like that. I'm working hard, but I think I underrated it among viewers. But that's the thing. Now let's go over to good old Don the Disc here, because credit where credit's due. They're very good at actually putting lists together and title announcements and stuff. I'm still not sure about this Vinegar Syndrome release. Anybody got anything on this one? I'm still a bit cold on it. This may be my next favorite film, but I don't know. I've never seen this film before. Like, and I'll be honest with you guys, if somebody announces something and I don't know what it is or I haven't seen it, I will go to you guys and I will say, you know what? Don't know it. This did a really cool like overview, and man, does he have a fantastic like amount of films. If you guys have not checked out Disc's incredible like movie library, check it out, and you'll go back and you'll watch more videos after that. Looks like it's mostly the Criterion announcements I'm seeing here now. Did we talk about that? This film archive? I thought it was AGFA, okay. What really happened to Baby Jane in the films of the Gay Girls Riding Club? That is going to have a ton of like people on that one. AGFA, big time, man. I apologize. 80. Oh my God. Okay, I got to say it. I like the cover. Like this, not a great movie, but I like the cover. I'll probably pick it up. I'll probably pick both of them up. along with Jack Frost. I want to hit on this, but if it puts me over to friggin' Amazon, I'm going to kick their asses. Got Adam's Family coming out in 4K. Ten Commandments coming out. Disconnected actually was the first person I saw announce that one on my Facebook. I think because it'll sell, because they had the rights, because I think NVIDIA had probably the rights to part 2, looked out, realized part 1's rights were gone from Vinegar Syndrome, and they're like, oh, wait a second. Yeah, there are more special features on the new one. That is something that I can actually say. And thank you very much, Terry. We have a new Patreon here, and hopefully you'll come in for the Friday video. Yeah, I'm actually surprised, NVIDIA, that they didn't use this, putting them both out, as maybe a box of, hey, welcome, Brian, man. Yeah, they are fairly cheap. That's the cool thing with these NVIDIA releases. They do tend to be Fritz is coming up. This is the second one. There's two. Both of them are coming out, though. Fritz the Cat and 9 Lives of Fritz the Cat. 9 Lives, not as good, but still definitely worth having. I am so waiting for this one to come. For those guys that got their blood for Jack, I'm super jealous of you. It looks like just to be the first Addams Family, but hopefully they'll get the second one as well. I find that with the Videodrome, when it comes to the MVD stuff, it goes up and down. I've seen the Return of the Swamp Thing go down as low as $10, but it doesn't stay there. You gotta, if there's an MVD release that you want, the best thing I can say is put it in your cart and then just put it in save for later on Amazon. That way you'll know when it goes down in price, because they fluctuate. They're like a stock market. They can go up $30 or $40, and then all of a sudden they're $15. MVD will also release a DVD when Vinegar Syndrome does not. That's true. They do give you the option. Let's just say you want the film, right? They give you a DVD copy of the film. There's been a few times that I've gone into a local Walmart. I have not seen the Blu-ray release come in for these MVD releases, but I've seen these MVD double features that they do. Now, I've been lucky, disconnected in the fact that when I started collecting MVD, it was around, it wasn't the Vestron time. Vestron was around my birthday. But it was one of those times where there's a sale, and I bought during the sale, and I bought a bunch at one time, but they went on sale that time. Don't look for an MVD. I've seen one or two. Not so much a Blu-ray releases, Warlock. Go around, look, and you'll see the double features. Some of the, not all double features, not many, but you'll get some. The ICU one, it was a double feature with something else. And then there was an action one, a Bolo Young one. And actually, ironically, I think there was one for, and I didn't pick it up, because I was an idiot. This is the truth. It was the Jess Franco one. Remember that one? Thank you for coming in, Jamie. Hopefully we get to chat again soon. Keep an eye out. I will be reviewing your CD very soon. And spoiler alert, it's going to be a good review. Well, at least this. Hopefully, you think it's good. All right. If you talk to Piz and Mike tonight, tell them I said hi. It has been a while since there's been a sale. But yeah, Walmart was the first place I ever saw one. I was in Corner Brook in Newfoundland with my dad, and he had this Jess Franco. I didn't even think of him as Jess Franco. I think an Amazon one, and it was a double feature DVD. I said, no, I kind of want those on blue, but so I didn't grab them, and I regret it. But oh man, cool stuff. I wish. No, I don't think I'll ever be famous. But I'm okay with that. I want to see that, dude. I'm still waiting on my Severin. The reason it's stuck in customs. Pretty sure they're watching them because it's been a while. It's in Mississauga. I used to live in Mississauga. I used to live on Lakeshore. Here, if you know Mississauga, no Ontario. Sometimes we're lucky. I don't know if I'm actual people. So there we go. I'm sort of people. 88 films. They have a lot. I'm trying to see this here. We got the UFO Internet coming out from Kino Studios. 4K of Snatch coming out from Sony. I am just blessed to know some extremely nice people, and Jamie is hands down one of the nicest guys that that I've met. And truly, if you didn't pick up the disc that he did, the music on it's incredible. Storm Warning and Ellen knows it, and the and Crawl Space. Well, let's stop going to freaking Amazon. Can you just not give me an affiliate link? Can I just see a picture? Open image, new tab. Is anybody picking this up? Like, I'm curious. I know that I think it's Best Buy putting steelbooks, right? But there's you can get them as a set. I mean, like, that's one of the beautiful things about, like, there's a lot of nasty things about the internet, Warlock, millions of them. But that's one of the great things about online is the people, like the friendships, the actual friendships that you're able to cultivate with people. And I don't consider myself the most social of beasts, to be totally honest with you. Are you getting the Jason? Are you gonna get the steel books? Are you looking at the sexy steel books for those? It'll be more expensive at Best Buy, obviously, because they're going to be selling them in steelbook format. And let's see, $79.99 American right now. Of course, probably go cheaper. If you're going to get this at Amazon, like, go ahead and just like pre-order. Oh my God, yes. I mean, like, I talked with Robert, and I was on his channel. In like early on when he started doing his stuff, Robert Bellissimo, and he came to here to Nova Scotia with his spouse, and we got together. We only managed to get together once, but we got together on Zoom afterwards. But we got together once. We sat down. We talked. We actually shot a video. Yeah, probably. I'd say around 60. It might go a little bit. May drop a bit lower if they have one of those, because sometimes Amazon will have those surprise like price drops. Like I collect a lot of like omnibuses and like comics and stuff. Free comic book day, man, was insane. But yeah, so I see like massive price drops. That's what I look for. Yeah, the mummy's not there. Invisible Man's there. The creature from Black Lagoon is not there. And the creature's my favorite. I love the creature from Black Lagoon. Actually, that's the only set I don't own. I have all the other sets on DVD. And then I got the Blu-ray, like Coffin set that came from the UK. So, but I don't have the creature. I got the creature on the Coffin set, but I don't have the complete creature. Beyond Stars. That's what the Silver Danny one, right? That's pretty cool. That is awesomely cool. I think they usually sneak like Invisible Man in there anyway. Uh, they normally do. Like, yeah, here's. But Invisible Man's a good film. Like, um, oh, the reboot was really successful for the Invisible Man. Um, Definitely one that I really enjoyed. Though, if you're, if somebody's been in like in a bad relationship, um, like a really bad relationship, warning before you watch Invisible Man, the new one, um, it will bring up things. But I don't know. I think it looks pretty sexy. I'm trying to get as much 4K as I can, but I'm trying to do like a 4K section for this Halloween. Code Red is doing a repress of Trick or Treats. Yeah, like although it's not really called an Invisible Man reboot, it pretty much is, and it has one of the best lines of any Invisible Man film. In that, and I'll paraphrase it. And what is man capable of if they don't have to look themselves in the mirror? Which is a brilliant uh, way to put it. You don't have to face literally yourself over your actions. How far could you go? There's doing a Will Go is doing a brand new one for Phantasm 1 and 2 here. I'm still excited about Phantom of the Mall. Good guys wear black, Black Cat, like a ton of Shaw Brothers stuff. Oh yeah, Jason. I I'm kind of glad it's not 4K because, in all honesty, like to be blunt, uh, that would be too tempting. Because for those that don't know, or those that are new, or don't know this about me, I'm one of the biggest like Phantasm fanboys that you're ever going to meet. Um, I'm super into those. I think it's in October. Let's check Arrow's website. We're all over the place, and I like it. All right. Yeah, the Anaconda box. I will. That's one I want actually. Looks. I don't see it at the yet, man. Yeah, for those that didn't get the original Anaconda box set, uh, 88 Films is putting out another Anaconda box set. Like it's the same ones. I forgot. Did I forget the P? There you go, man. I will say it's because it's late at night, but really it's because I was typing too fast. But it's still not there. Well, let's not get in that, Alan, because Bob Dylan's not around to defend himself. So yeah, I wonder if it's going to get pushed back because it's getting closer to the date. But yeah, the guy that just left here, Jamie Blanks, the guy who did like Urban Legend and Valentine, um, among other films. He's him and Don Coscarelli are amazing friends, and he said the exact same thing. So he definitely backed you up when it comes to like how nice Coscarelli is in person. I'm still tempted on this here, guys. I want this book so bad, this Shasco. because it's a good year for if you are into like Asian cinema. Man, this is a good year. So it's like one of those we've seen the card in people's like discs, but they haven't come out and said, well, here it is. I'm curious. Um, yeah, I've noticed that Steven Bits has been on a lot of Blu-rays. It's cool, man. Take a second, Morgan. I'm extremely curious about is Fran still with Arrow? She was really cool to work with. Like when I had some discs that were lost, actually. But yeah, for Toxic Avenger, I'm very curious. I'm going to see where it's going to go. They announced the second like Dune film is coming out, and the first one deals with the guy, and the second one deals with Zendaya's character of Chani, I think, which makes sense because the Dune movie is the first film is like the first half of the book, and the second film is the second half of the book. So if you've read Dune, you'll understand why it's done that way. It's a god. Oh, I feel bad now. I see Fran. See, I automatically thought, okay, Fran. I just associated. Look at me, assuming. I suck sometimes. Fran was one of the people that actually emailed me at one point. And I've never worked with Arrow like on any type of bait. I totally wish, to be honest with you. I would love to be reviewing Arrow stuff, but I think in North America, if you can correct me if I'm wrong on this one, that it comes through MVD. Little peek behind the curtains, guys. Hey, Kubrick, welcome, man. Well, are you excited about these 4K releases, even though the Citizen Kane one is beautiful, like features? But did you read all of Dune though, Craig? There's a ton of Dune. Like there's a ton of Dune. Like it's not one book. My better half is a massive Dune fan, Craig. So let's find out. Actually, I'm actually curious. I know that George has this. I'm pretty sure George got this one, but he's not here right now. Oh no, it's released. I guess it doesn't have it yet, but Spider commentary with Troy Haworth and Nathaniel Thompson. Brand new 2K restoration. Let's check. I guess I got to get close to MVD, right? So, yeah, different features. This one here has Kat Ellinger commentary, which is bloody brilliant, by the way. Nocturnal Film Festival, and interview with Ernesto Gastaldi. So you'll get it has a different commentary, and it has apparently a new restoration. So a different commentary. So if you're a real big fan of this one, you want to get like the Nathaniel Thompson, Troy Haworth commentary, then that would be the reason to grab that one. But for me, I got that release. I'm cool with it. But if you're in the UK and you're wondering if you should pick this up, this is an excellent film. 100% pick it up. Not only do you get like Carol Baker, you get Erica Blanc as well. It's fantastic in this film. And Hal Gillian too, I think. I wish they had a better coming soon. Because you can see like, yeah, these are kind of like, see, I got Dallas. I bought the old. Remember Vince when when 88 Films, not 8 Films, when Twilight Time was closing down, right? Before they got bought up by God, what's the name of the company? By another company. Anyway, so they were selling off their stuff like at super cheap prices, actually really good prices. So what I did is I picked up a few, and one of the ones I picked up was no, not Amazon devices. I picked up Doll of Satan, but I have not yet got a chance to watch it. So it's been years. SAE, thank you. Screen Archives, right? So that story Ricky looks really cool. Armor of God Deluxe Collector's Edition. That's going to be really good. I'm expecting that to be. Let's go to Newest Arrivals. What the hell? Not a bunch of Dolls of Satan's. Love the cover. 3 Twilight Times. Theater of Blood. Really good release. Alice. Really cool. Black Widow's one I wanted, actually. Didn't get it. You like the slasher ranking video. Thanks a lot, man. There's a 1990s like horror coming up. So keep an eye for that. That's going to be next week. I'm going to put like the thing up for that actually sometime this week. So you can get a reminder on it. Come in and like be part of the ranking. And for the Patreon guys, and the patrons just started, I'll be putting up a link probably tomorrow for Friday's video. Like I got a few old Twilight Time releases. We'll do a video on Twilight Time one of these days, and I'll just show you like stuff I got. Like I got not a lot, just like a handful. But the stuff that they put out here on 88 Films, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, like they do like not just amazing stuff, but like amazing box art and stuff like that. I don't actually. I don't have many Jackie Chan in my collection, which is kind of odd because I grew up with Jackie Chan. Like not literally, it wasn't like my neighbor or anything like that. But I grew up like watching Jackie Chan films because I lived in a small community and we had a theater nearby. I was around like 40 minutes drive from where I was at, and they did not show new films. We very rarely we got like E.T., we got Conan Barbarian, Hard to Hold, that type of stuff. But most of the time, what you got was you got the old school Jackie Chan films before Jackie Chan was famous. I remember I was a kid, and stuff like giallos and slashers, stuff like that, because they were cheap to get. Can you remember like? I guess you'll be able to remember Warlock. And some of you guys we've been collecting like from Arrow and 80 Films for a while. So Callum Waddle, who worked for a long time on features and like booklets and stuff for Arrow. Well, he had a falling with Arrow, and he went over to 88 Films. And at first, it was a bit bitter. If you guys can remember, it was a bit bitter. Good Guys Were Black's really cool. I saw it in theater too. But 80 Films has come a long way since the beginning. Like the stuff that they do now, like look at this Young Master. It's out of print now, but the deluxe edition for that, like it's insane the way they got it put together. Snapshot, I think that's one I actually have seen. If that's the one I'm thinking about, me and my dad watched it actually. My dad has it, but I don't own it. Like, just look at like how they did this release. You got a hard box. You got like three versions of the film, an 80-page book, huge double-sided poster, like lobby cards. Like they really go all out. So when you get a good like their Urban Legend box set was awesome. You got like a book, you got lobby cards, you got a poster, you got all three films on Blu-ray. Uh, and you know me, I love me some Urban Legend. So super excited to see that one uh, when it came out, and got it as a birthday gift. Actually, it is. I mean, like some people think, well, movies have got like some movies got more expensive, it's got more got more costly, but I don't think it is. I think uh, that we're getting more bang for our buck than we used to. When I used to go to Walmart back in the day, when this was when film collecting was geared toward the casuals. Does that sound snobby to say that? Uh, but you know what I mean, right? Then every release was like expensive. It was like super freaking expensive. It didn't matter what it was, and if you're lucky, you'd find like a bin to get something for like 10, 15, $20. Because I remember when I bought, when my mom bought me for Christmas one year, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, and it was like it was two disc editions, collector's edition. Uh, and they were like, see, I didn't buy them from the MGM stuff, yes, but usually only for me during October. But and they did not exactly have much on them. But where is I going with that? I forgot what I was saying. But yeah, so she got me the Monty Python film, and it was like $50. Yeah, it was a two disc. It was $50 anyway. Um, and I think like cheaper, but really cool. I bought an Artisan like two disc, like not two disc, one disc, two film edition of Wishmaster 2 for like $35. So it was actually fairly pricey. Um, but nowadays, like we may still often spend like $25-$30 for a film still, but now there's booklets and there's special features and there's bonuses, like as opposed to the MGM day of when there was you're lucky if you got a commentary, but there'd be a couple facts on the back of the disc. so that's what you get. There'd be a couple facts written on the back of that disc, not disc, sorry, on back of the case. But how come I can't find that? That's what I thought was going to pop up first. Was the Anaconda one? Oh, great. No picture. And then we got a steel book with a slipcover, because steel books need slipcovers now, apparently, of Jet Li's The One. Special feature, interactive menu and scene selection. Can you remember when that was a special feature? They'll be listed as like scene selection. It's a special feature. Do I have Instagram opened up? I don't think I do, actually, man. Um, I don't think I got Instagram on my computer. I do. This could be problematic. I'm not following. I am now. There we go. That was I not following you. I was pretty sure I was. Oh, nice. So here we go, right here. Look at this. Look at this beautiful, gorgeous picture for Anaconda. Not gonna lie, I like this better than the original artwork that they had on the first one. A lot better, actually. So this is what I am hoping to get. The quadrology. And this is the first time this happened, man. Remember when the Ring came out from Arrow Video? Like the set? And like the box art was meh, but you got the book, right? And then they re-released the Ring, and the box art was awesome. But it didn't have the book. But I was okay with it because I'm like, oh, I really like the box art for the second release of the Ring. But this is really cool. I love this art. And this is the way companies can get around like doing this stuff. Like it's limited, but it's got different box art. Yeah, I definitely want this one. I don't even remember like anything past number 2 for the Anaconda series. Like, to be totally honest with you guys. We can thank Disconnected for this. And speaking of like awesome stuff that they do, there's Hatchet for Honeymoon right there. Marababa. The best presentation this thing ever looked at. Sci-fi. That's what I don't remember. But I never saw them though. Were they like? I'm gonna put. Were they like sci-fi in the way that Puppet Master and Pumpkinhead were sci-fi? Because those were painful times. I have those Pumpkinhead films. I'm not gonna lie. I'd probably buy them if they like release them on Blu-ray. Because I'm a sucker. Because I'm a completionist. So for those that aren't following Disconnected on Instagram, you're missing out because he puts up the cool announcements. So make sure you follow him on social media. Again, a better picture of Zombie High. The cover for Zombie High, for Scream Factory Zombie High, was so crappy. Like I just couldn't buy it. You have an awesome town, dude. Was so crappy. I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. But this is cool. I like this actually. My favorite DVD like menu back in the day was well, one was Terminator 2. Got to have the silver case edition though. With the silver like slip in that. But the was Wishmaster. It was actually one of the first ones I got. It was a double feature, and if you left it on there, you would like say something. It'd be like make a wish, that type of thing. As you wish. Are they legit like Dave, or are they more of like this isn't out on Blu-ray, so we can put it out? So this Black Cat, I don't know if I've ever seen this one. But looks cool. They put it in a book. I really like this movie actually. Too bad that they'll that they screwed over Charlotte Johansson, which is not a good look. It's especially, yeah, it's a Cat 3 one. Pretty sure it is actually. I'm curious about this too. So I'm a big fan of like Sherlock Holmes films. I actually read all the original stories and novellas. I had 2 large books on Sherlock Holmes. with I was a geek, super geeky about this stuff. So now we got this like Sherlock Holmes one, The Spider Woman Strikes Back. Actually, is a really cool one. I watched this a lot when I was a kid. Got the commentary with Tom Weaver and David Scheider. Uh, there's a documentary short on there. Stoked with this, like super stoked with this. Too bad it's Kino. No, Kino's okay. It looks like there's a slight delay for the From Dusk Till Dawn 4K, which is okay because I'll be able to save some money. Which definitely need to do. Because I need this ugly looking release of a fantastic film. Yeah, well, the whole series, like of the Sherlock Holmes films around that time, were pretty much B pictures. Like that, there were B-roll pictures. I think, and so were Val Lewton's films, like that he was producing when Jacques Tourneur people were directing. But look how amazing they were. Like some of the best films are B films. And I love like these shorter films because you can just like knock it off fairly quickly, and you can get some really good stuff. I remember like especially like the film noirs. Hey there, SJM, welcome, man. Hey, but every kiss begins with K. There's like, please God, have nice artwork underneath this slip. Because it's probably going to be gorgeous underneath it. They're probably going to have like cool artwork and like honestly, what does it matter? They could have put like nothing on this and just said, okay, Citizen Kane, 4K release, bunch of features, got a book. Kiss concert release. That'd be awesome, man. How cool it'd be if we went back to 70-minute horror. It would be so good. I am sick of every movie being 2 hours to 2.5 hours long. So tired of it. I actually do have that Memento Case File one. It'd be a killer release. I never got like who would want to watch a chronological version of like Memento? It's like wanting to watch like Irreversible, like chronologically. It doesn't work. They don't have the Kids in the House Citizen Kane sketch. It doesn't look like it. But you get like extra cool points in Santa Arcadia for mentioning Kids in the Hall who are, one, Canadian, two, a group that I truly love because that's my sense of humor. Kids in the Hall, Woods Kids, that's my sense of humor. It's an origin story for a sequel that may not happen. Or it's an origin story for a movie that's already happened. Like, all right, you think you know everything about Leatherface. Did you know Leatherface was sexy? Yeah. Shorter run times. Yeah, I mean, everything doesn't have to be long. Everything doesn't have to be an epic. Like, it doesn't. It really doesn't. It's great. Like, we love our Lord of the Rings stuff and our big Star Wars films and like the big Marvel films, like the Avengers, like huge films. But not every movie has to be that. When I get like an independent film or a regional horror film and I see it and it's running like 89 minutes long, I truly appreciate that. And where you guys know I get stuff come from Mill Creek and I reviewed. A while back I reviewed one called I Am Lisa. I really liked it. It's a weird film, a bit different, did its own type of thing. And it wasn't long. It wasn't a long film, if I remember correctly. It was like maybe 90, 92 minutes, something like that. And it was such a breath of fresh air. The movie stuff's good too, but like to have thank God, it's not 2.5 hours long, man. Hey there, EW, welcome, man. What's my thoughts on Texas Chainsaw: The Next Generation? Are Are we talking about the one with Matthew McConaughey? Because he's awesome in it. Like he's really good at it. Happy Death Day is one of the. Happy Death Day was one of the ones that was going more along the lines of that. You get some bump hips like that, right? But actually, the ending sucks for the Next Generation, but the rest of the film, money baby. It's fun. I mean, Matthew McConaughey kills it in the film. Worst Leatherface you're ever going to see. Leatherface sucks ass in this film. He can almost not be in it. He's a non-entity. But Matthew McConaughey, man, he's awesome. And the girl that's in it was in Friday 13 Part 7. She plays Tina as a young girl. So she's in that movie too, as one of the members of the family. But she's Tina when you see her in the boat, before she knows she's her psychic abilities to kill her dad by accident. So she's in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre: The Next Generation. So there's a connection for you right there. Yeah, I think me and you are probably going to be the only one that'll agree on this. But I really did not like the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That light, man. Were you the one to put that on Twitter? That was awesome, dude. Yeah, that one was cool. I think I was one of the first people to like it. For those that haven't seen it, he's got this. I think it's German, right? EW's got this awesome release for Halloween 2, and it's got the old school like kind of cool thing. Like remember those like VHSs that would have like the light up like eyes and stuff on them? Uh, oh no, I mean, but the disc isn't the disc from Germany? Like the Halloween disc, Halloween 2 disc. Because it looks like it was a German release. Yeah, because it looks sexy as hell, man. I want more stuff like. I want to see more stuff like that. I took my cousin to go see. Like we went to the drive-in. Drive-in's closed down here now, unfortunately. Rest in peace, drive-in. Uh, but we went to see like a double feature on. So it was Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Friday 13th. So it was it looked like it was the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre and the original Friday 13th. And it was the original Friday 13th. By the way, stands up really well, really good in a drive-in. Works extremely well. Texas Chainsaw, not so much. Massacre, not at all, actually. Um, Basically, I think one of the big things is a lot of things. There's a lot of flaws, and my issue with Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake, aside from the fact that apparently the guy that plays Leatherface is a real jerk. That's what I hear from people anyway. Never met the guy myself, so I'm going on secondhand stuff. But it's a movie that the characters have to be extremely dumb and have to make dumb choices all the time for the movie to work. And when you're a horror fan like me, and people that don't watch horror are always saying things like, "Oh, horror movies are stupid." They always, it's always make the stupid choice. Like in Scream, for instance. Remember that? Which is always some big-breasted girl that's running upstairs when she should be running at the front door. And not every horror movie is like that. I did meet the guy who plays Leatherface, actually. Gunnar Hansen. Unfortunately, he's passed away now. He was a teddy bear of a man and a sweetheart. But that particular film just it doesn't hold up. You pick up a hitchhiker. She pulls a gun out from, I don't know where the hell she was keeping that gun. She kills herself. The town's really sketchy. They go to a sketchy area to wait for somebody who is super sketchy. She throws the key away. No, he throws the key away, right? One of them throws the key away. They continue to wait there. It makes no sense. None of their decisions make any sense at all throughout the entire film. Actually, I did. I mean, like, the acting wasn't the greatest in Terrifier. I'm hoping Terrifier 2 is going to be better, Buzz. Because the guy that played, like, Art the Clown, dude, that guy, killing it, man. He was committed. And you want someone like that. But unfortunately, the people around him, not always the greatest actors, not the tightest script. But so I'm hoping, like, because he is so good, like, forget, like, the gore is fantastic in the film. If you like gore, that's awesome. But art, the guy doing art, amazing stuff. Hatchet Solutions, I love Hatchet. Yeah, not so big in Hatchet 3, but I like the rest of them. Are they really putting in Deadly Games? Well, yeah, I have seen it. It's been a long time. Yeah, see, Ryan, Slasher was done in Canada with a Canadian cast, but for some reason, Shudder America has only put it there yet. I'm pissed about that, by the way. So they've only put 2 episodes of it out so far, because I'm guessing not a 2-episode series, because that'd be pretty short. It'll probably, 8, like the regular? You guys want to see the poster for Deadly Games? Well, let's do it. I recently got, like, a free trial for what's the name we got here? Is it Showcase or no? AMC Plus. And for those that don't remember Deadly Games, I'll show you. It's just a poster I remember from it. It's not a poster I remember, but I saw different artwork for this one. See, I like that Evil Dead remake. That's where I had to agree disagree, because I did like that one. Dick Butkus plays a chief that wears a Dick Butkus jersey. Gotta love that. The end. Which? Oh, you mean the guy that played in the remake? I don't know. I mean, like, if he's, like, not a nice guy, like they say, like, maybe not. But then again, I've been told before that, like, oh, don't meet this person. They're gonna be like jerks, and then I'll meet them and they're, like, super nice. And a lot of times, I think it's how people, like, respond to people too. Not every time. Like, not if he's not if he's gonna be mean to me. Another movie he acted in. No, he acted in, like, Batman Returns. He was the son of Max Schreck. Did he really? Oh, I gotta see that. How did I miss that? But apparently, he was like really jerky to like when Gunnar Hansen passed away, and like there was like stuff being said about him. But remember, like when I'm saying this is all secondhand stuff, man. Um, I don't know any of it myself. I can only talk with people that I've met. I've been blessed, like a lot of you guys go to different conventions or meet people online, and like people have been really, really nice, sweethearts. Nick Mancuso, super nice guy. He did the voice, of course, for Billy in 1974's Black Christmas when the Vice is fun. And most of the horror community that I've met have been fantastic. Sid Haig was great. Doug Bradley was one of the nicest, sweetest men, and he was smart to get out of like Hellraiser when he did. Uh, I think a lot of people could pretty much agree with that. And Dobransky, there he is. Yeah, was that an interesting interview? Was he nice? Because maybe he is. Maybe he's a really nice guy. It's just every story I hear is like, well, he kind of hit on my girlfriend in front of me, or like he was drinking, or saying mean stuff about such a person. It's kind of like I almost don't want to get into this, but I'll do this quickly before I finish my video for the night. So for those that don't follow the drama stuff or any of that, is there's a guy named Tony Moran, and he plays like Michael Myers. He's the face of Michael Myers. Literally, he's the one you see when the mask comes off, and he's the brother of Aaron Moran. So he said stuff that some people rub some people the wrong way, and I don't think he really thought about it or kind of meant anything by it. Actually, Tom Savini is really sweet. I can legit. That's when I can. That's a myth that I can actually pop for you. Tom Savini, really nice guy, and I met him more than once. I actually years before the documentary came out on Shudder. Remember the Tom Savini documentary? I met Tom Savini back in Montreal a few years back, and we chatted, a bit, by the table, talking to him. And I came back a few times. He was always nice. He always waved. I always said hi. I remember my name. Later on, I went to see the film about his life, and he was there. He was very nervous, actually. He's he's shyer than you think. He's definitely a lot more introspective. I think if, in all honesty, I'm going to put it out there. A lot of times, like people go from convention to convention, like these guys do, and everybody has bad days. But in other times, people go up there and they're very like. There's some people, not everybody. I'm not, some people go up there and they're very in your face, and they're very. There's a lot of them, like when I was going to see Robert Englund. Now the guy in front of me never saw Friday 30, never saw Nightmare on Elm Street, openly admitted it, didn't care about it, hated horror films, had a ton of Nightmare on Elm Street merchandise, purely for selling on eBay. That was it. No, for him, Robert Englund was his cash cow. And you would think that Englund would be a complete dick to this guy. Because I would be, to be honest with you. Like, if somebody was like, hey, do this. But no, he signed every damn thing that guy had there, and was very nice. I went across. Actually, took so long that I went across. I was talking to Amanda Weiss for a bit. She played Tina in the film. So, and of course, she was in Highlander too for a bit, for the first season. But But yeah, super nice guy, Robert Lincoln, and Tom Savini, extremely nice. And I was worried. I mean, like, because it was an idol of mine. Uh, yeah, George Romero. Uh, we missed out. Unfortunately, he's passed on now. George Romero was somebody that both me and my better half we were really huge fans of, and we were so it when he passed away. Not gonna lie, it hurt us. It really did. We were so down that day. Hey, well, tonight, Dave, actually was pretty fairly simple. We went over the releases that Criterion put out. We had a good laugh at the Criterion K for Citizen Kane. We talked about the fact that we're going to be doing the next week. We're doing the big tier list, the 1990 Year in Horror 37 movie tier list. So make sure you're here for that. I'm going to put up the link for that one in the next couple of days. So set your reminder for that one there. It's going to be 37 films, just like the last tier list we did. It's a K, dude. It's just a K. At this point, Kubrick, I'm not sure if I believe you. I know some people are like, well, it's the K is it's representative. It's a minimalist design. It's lazy. It's lazy, man. It's lazy. Okay, so you're the one person that likes it. No, and that's not you're not the one person. No, not picking on you or anything like that. So I have to ask, why? I don't want to put you on the spot or anything like that. If you don't have the answer, you don't want to. It's Zen-like. You realize we're talking about Citizen Kane, right? It better do something cool. You're welcome, man. Did you like it? It's but it doesn't though. The K doesn't resemble like Citizen Kane like at all. Um, if they would have put it, Rosebud would have put a sled, would have put like just maybe a newsprint type thing because he was a newsman, he's a self-made newsman, that type of thing. I get all that, but K doesn't work for me. But that's the honest truth. But if you like it, that's awesome, man. You are the person that is marketed towards. Dude, it's okay. Doesn't matter if you're in the minority or the majority, you like what you like. And that's cool. Stick to your guns. I would love it if it said Rosebud. I'd be down with that. Uh, anyway, it's really hot here. We are in the middle of a heat wave. Uh, but yeah, because Orson Welles is definitely not a minimalist guy himself. I am Aaron. You are the cult of cinema. I will be putting up the link. Don't worry for the 90s video that's coming up next week. later on this week. Actually, it is time for tea because I don't think I'm going to sleep yet. But whether you like the K or you don't like the K, whatever side the K you're on, it's all okay with me. Dad joke. There you go. Got to get dad joke in there. I am Aaron. And here in the Call to Cinema, there's always one more movie. I'll see you next time. Hit the like button on the way out. And let's have some fun.